already time for us to be at the docks. Let's go! The arrival schedule says...
Greetings, traveler in Paimon.
We didn't expect to...
I was a little surprised myself.
Kazuha, when we...
Ah, yes. You see, when I came off the boat, I could tell they were not footsteps of a regular past, even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse.
Oh, does the paper...
Huh. Fascinating. It's almost hard to believe such things could happen. Sure, here it is.
Last time, Aoi no Okina's story this time basically said... Well, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
I don't think there's anything particular.
But according to the story... Traveler, what are you thinking about?
Ah, by the way, in Liue and Ines, while sailing at sea...
Wow, that's an idea...
Interesting. A story of the stamps. Indeed, it is an efficient solution. If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with his handwriting anymore. Since Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, but I have another idea.
Welcome home, Almighty Shogun.
Yes, that's it, Jinyu. You're writing...
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore.
You just had a 10-minute break.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal.
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to
Whoa, this is getting scary.
Mr. Hiroyama, we found a solution in both Liu and Inazuma. Of course. First, we'll use in addition. I'll also design...
All right, I think that would work. Not only...
So, what you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Mr. Hiroyama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously was because it would take... But if we adopted Calx's proposal, and if all the authors signed their books...
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly be...
Yes.
In that case, I shall contact the...
It is a great honor to...
My pen name is quite complicated.
Great! Looks like
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Jinyu. Please, take the books that Jinyu already signed.
We did it.
Thanks to everyone's effort.
Please, talk to me if you want to order.
We still have some time to burn.
Traveler, there you are.
Oh!
I was just... This bar just happened to be close by at the time. But the paper she found... Here's the paper.
Huh. All the poems we found...
And even though there are only 2 shorts... The position of the...
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Speaking of which..." So, shall we get...
Wow, look! Let Paimon see what... The plagiarized...
You see, Paimon, to ensure the text such special inks... However, since Akihito's poetry collection was... But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to...
Yes, it appears... Although the story is saddening, I've the Kazuha.
I would be delighted...
Yes, as would...
There you go!
Yes.
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kansen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kansen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akihito.
Akihito had once belonged to the 5 Kansen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal, hence the Aka in his name. Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akihito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kansen remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
Yeah. Ever since one of the 5 Kansen, it's just that... How could...
Oh!
Huh? Not noticed...
What he means is that the story of Kuronu...
Huh?
That's right. An average person could never understand the scene of it, even Aoi no Okina. However, for the he was worried that if this poem was seen by the shogun, then the shogun, so in desperation...
Which means... The one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed What?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, since the shogun mentioned in the poems is certainly not the one of the 5 Kansen.
However, the story of the 5 Kansen has... which begs the question...
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come up with any...
Oh, right!
Apologies for me.
Yes. A few things did come. I don't mind sharing the story.
Hey,
Kaidehara.
the Raiden Gokuden?
It appears that Miss Kamisato, but it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission.
It's fine. However, this matter is somewhat complicated. The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Inazuma. Unfortunately, of the 5, only the descendants of the
Whoa!
Yes, but that's all part of the past now. My grandfather was dissatisfied with and in my generation...
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. Later, however, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden...
Indeed. However, I know not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but it knew after reading the story of the 5 Kansen.
What exactly happened?
I still can't say. I will tell you everything I know then.